Hey guys, welcome back to a Gamified podcast. I'm Zuff.
I'm Harley.
And today we're talking about our favorite action movies. How do you want to start it off?
Mission Impossible.
I thought that counts as a horror movie for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Wasn't it number 3 where the eyes go fucking 3 different directions? And
Hey, I was 14 when I watched that.
that's still not a horror movie though.
No,
But
but
also,
Mission Impossible was
mate,
quite good. And it's got your old mate, Henry Cavill, in it.
yeah, that's true. You know what though? In terms of being like a consistently good action movie, it's remained consistent.
Yeah, I think the only one I kind of felt was boring was number 4,
Which one was number 4 again?
when they're in Dubai. If you can't remember it, then you know it's crap.
And that's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
But yeah, I found that one slightly... I felt like it was a bridging film for greatness.
I think the thing that also makes it a bit more interesting is that Tom Cruise is doing pretty much all of his own stunts.
I know. And I equally loved the last one because I was overseas and they were literally following us each place we went.
Oh, really?
All of the places we pretty much went
Was
based in that 6th film.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they went to Paris, London,
If you'd done it at
Norway
the same time,
for
you
the
could have been in
Pulpit
it.
Rock. And yeah, so those 3 countries that I went to, they pretty much were all behind us.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I was like, oh, every time I watch it with me and my friend Bella, she's like, that's our holiday. Even though we didn't do any of the like crazy stuff
didn't
that
do
they
any,
did.
like, extreme driving or flying.
Yeah, I didn't
or...
fall to my death from Pulpit Rock when I went there or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I think you're pretty good.
Yeah, but
Mm.
just they're stunningly, like visually stunning as well.
I'm trying to think about like what is the first action movie that I fell in love with, and I think it's probably Bad Boys.
Really?
Bad Boys 1 and 2. My brother and I used to.
Oh yeah, you used to think you guys were the bad boys.
No, we used to quote every line, and we watched
there's
that
a
movie.
3rd one coming out.
Yeah, I know. I heard the rumors of it, and I'm excited about it because I think they're gonna take the like route of we're kind of too old for this shit kind of thing, and like kind of like like Red, as in like retired and extremely dangerous. Like, I kind of hope they're gonna take that kind of feel with it.
Yeah,
but still be Martin Lawrence and Will Smith about it.
Yeah.
I'm dying shit. But that like my brother and I have watched that movie like 1 and 2 like 20 times each at least. Like it's not even a joke. And we used to quote the movie through and through, line for line, with timing and everything. And it's
like me and Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is
me and my
hilarious.
parents and my brother just like talk to each other, but it's the movie Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know, man. That's that. Like we were obsessed with that type of like action movie as well when we were a kid.
When I was introduced to action films, it was Terminator, Last Action Hero,
Terminator,
like Kindergarten Cop with like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All the Schwarzenegger movies.
Yeah, and like Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn. And like those types of films.
Mine was like Bad Boys, SWAT, like comedy action and like Blue Streak. I don't know if you remember watching Blue.
No, I don't think I did. But,
no, but it's Martin Lawrence and it's hilarious. Like it's kind of like the black action comedies as well. Like grew up on those, so. I don't know. That's definitely more of my things. Terminator, though.
Oh, and Die Hard. How could I have forgotten Die Hard? I grew
Die
up
Hard.
on
Yo,
Die
Hard's
Hard.
like, iconic. You just.
Yeah. Hans
would
Gruber.
Pulp Fiction count as action?
Yes, it probably would.
Yeah, it's also like, there's actually more to it, but like Pulp Fiction is probably one of the top ones there.
Yeah. I wasn't introduced to Pulp Fiction until way later on in life because of the
R18.
extent of it.
I just watched
and
it.
R18, the fact that it's R18.
Yeah, I watched it well before I was 18.
But my favorite line from that movie is when he's like, can I have my wallet, please? And he's like, how do I know which one it is? It says it has bad motherfucker on it. Like that type of like those lines that you just can't like.
Is that scripted? It has to be, right?
And just the bit like with the Royale with cheese. Do you know what they call a cheeseburger in Paris? they call it Royale with cheese, like that type of like random conversation, and then friggin' Vince pops off the fucking gun and explodes the guy's head.
You know,
like you
and
just
it's
can't
like,
make that shit
you
up.
can't,
Like,
well, you can, but it's just hilarious.
yeah, it's just the way. And then they both look at it like, like,
Yeah.
like it's just.
I think the Bourne movies. The Bourne movies for me were like.
I never got into the Bourne movies.
Is it
I
'cause
don't
it's
know
Matt Damon?
why.
Is that why?
Matt Damon.
I knew you were gonna do that as well. And as soon as it said his name, I was like, "Well, here it comes." Brace for it.
That's gonna be the opening of this podcast.
Yeah, Matt Damon. I think Team America
just shat all over his name.
It's just fucked up his career for a little bit. Like you go in, it's like he was doing real good there for a bit, and then it's just Matt Damon. I think. Do you reckon that ruined some roles for him? Like you just.
Do you reckon like people can't help but go, "Oh my god, it's Matt Damon!"
That
sorry,
clips so hard.
Like really.
I think it's a reflex built into society now. Like you just can't not do it. Like. I feel sorry for the guy though because he's an amazing actor. Like, in like The Martian and stuff. Like he just did that so well to the point where like I read the book and because it was Matt Damon who played the guy in the book, I was like, oh, that's all I can see now, but it fits perfectly. You know what I mean? Which should be
the
a
reason
whole
why they did in Team America Matt Damon so wrong was because he couldn't voice Matt Damon. So the brother...
He couldn't or he chose not to?
No, he couldn't. He was doing another film at the time when they were doing Team America.
No.
So they got like Alec Baldwin to say fag 100 times. Like,
oh my God.
So like Alec Baldwin is actually in that movie and they tried to get Matt Damon to voice Matt Damon, but he couldn't. So they had to like revert to them going, Matt Damon.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the Bourne series to me were like, probably one of the best, just because it was just like this whole kind of new take. Like obviously it was a book before it was a movie, but it was just like an interesting take on like the whole elite spy thing. But you wake up with no memory, but it's like. Because coming from like a psychological perspective, it's really interesting.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
Because people have like these procedural memories.
Well, for you anyway, because you're a psych. He did a psych degree. So.
Yeah, but this was well before I was doing psych stuff. But like I knew a little bit about psych stuff, and it's like procedural memory, which is like that kind of memory where like people driving on the road and they like not paying attention, but they're still driving safely. Because it's just like this automatic response.
And then they get to work and they're like, how the fuck did I get it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, yo, if that happened and you were like a spy, that'd be dope. Like, it's just like, it'd be dope, but it'd be like really confusing. So he's like, his transformation throughout that series was really interesting because he comes out with like, wakes up, doesn't know who he is. He can speak like a bunch of different languages. Like,
okay. So I should have asked, I really wish that we had discussed this in the last episode. So what did you think when Jeremy Renner took
was
over?
number 4? Well,
for casting purposes.
I love Jeremy Renner as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I was neither impressed nor completely disappointed by his role in number 4. Like,
I haven't seen it.
It's it just
because
it kind of just felt like an addition. Like it doesn't feel like it was like taking away from it or like adding too much to it. It was just like another one in the series. It wasn't like amazing to me, and I'm too attached to the Matt Damon like Bourne.
So, what did you think of Matt Damon coming back to the role of
Bourne? He's the original.
The next movie, like the movie after the number 4.
Yeah, I think he's like he's the original. He's the OG Bourne. Like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be happy with it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, just like there's only one Ethan Hunt, and that's Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, you can't.
You just can't.
There's certain characters where you just like, well, you can't. You just can't see. Oh my God, who's messaging me? I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna silence the phone because that wasn't entirely important. But so yeah, no phones in the podcast, Maddie. God damn.
Well, I would, but my phone's recording right now.
Yeah,
you dick.
I think I like him as an actor. He's awesome as Hawkeye. He plays action really well.
Yeah,
he plays people without superpowers very well. So
I have to say that really like stepped up like comic book style violence was the Kingsman movie.
You reckon they stepped it up? Oh,
and in terms of like when you read a comic
and how you imagine it.
Yeah, it's very much like a comic book.
Yeah. Plus, like that point in time in my life when the Kingsman came out, I got really into like suits, just like the clothing type.
Oh yeah.
I'm a weird person like that, where I was like, how do they measure suits? What, increases their value? What are really good patterns and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So I was just like,
and the shoes. The attention to detail of the shoes.
And like leather working and stuff. Yeah. Like how they make shoes and stuff. And I was like, now I'm getting back into watching leather working videos on YouTube, and it's a rabbit hole that I shouldn't be going into. But I'm like, I'm definitely going to get
That's going to be my third YouTube channel. Like.
Oh, yeah, maybe. No, not really. But it'll, on my YouTube channel when I eventually launch it, I'll probably have like a, hey, look what I made type of thing. And it's
also on the side.
I made a one piece of leather just plate. I made a leather mouse pad, just cut out the thing.
Which you can't actually use because it's too like.
Why?
Would you be able to use the leather?
Of course, like it's just a smooth surface that's got texture to it.
Smooth.
So I think a leather mouse pad is fine. I think I should start off with that.
I can't wait for that video. It'll be about 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
Look at me cutting out a pattern.
Yeah, and that's it. I'll do it amazingly as well, cinematically, but. That's when I was getting into suits and everything like that. So then the Kingsman comes out and it combines these two things which is like, action movies, spy movies and suits, and they did it so well.
And dressing all class.
Yeah. And like Egerton, like the actor Egerton, I think.
Taron Egerton.
Egerton or Egerton?
Yeah. Egerton.
I'm gonna go with Egerton.
Egerton.
Because they call him Eggsy in the thing as well, so
Okay, whatever.
Might as well go with it. He is a really good actor, but he fit that role so well of kind of like.
Do you know that's his first role from drama school?
Yeah.
Ever.
It's crazy, right?
His first ever audition after drama school.
And he hit it.
Like actually he was during drama school. He was in the last 3 months.
And straight out of the gate.
And just straight out of the gate got it.
It was meant for it though. Like he came out, he played like the rough, like, English kid really well, who like is uncompromising and is like not going to rat on people thing. And that is like a continuing theme. And like the loyalty and he just played it so well. And like then becoming refined. Like he pulls that off. And even him in like Rocket Man. It was so good.
Yes.
Such a good movie. I don't know, yeah. I would put that in one of my top 5 movies. Yeah. Like if
I didn't see the second one yet. I should, but
not as good, but still good.
Yeah.
It's very hard to like beat a sequel. Oh, sorry, hard to beat the original with a sequel.
I'm trying to think. I'm not excited for the new Terminator.
I was just gonna say, like, what do you think? You think it's past its prime for acting? Well, like in saying that, like
I'm actually I was kind of excited that the original Sarah Connor came back, but I'm like also like.
But the original Terminator, though, like, come on.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Well, he is the original Terminator.
Yeah, I know, but you can't beat the actual original 2 movies.
No, yeah, as in the movie
The first 2 movies itself was amazing.
Yeah.
But then they did the whole Terminator, like, briefly, the Sarah Connor Chronicles for Terminator, and it had Cersei from Game of Thrones as Sarah Connor.
And you didn't like it?
Well, I don't really remember it.
Well,
I watched the whole season and I don't remember it, and that's pretty sad.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. It might be cool to just watch like that nostalgic, like Terminator. He's come back, but he's like somehow aged, even though he's a robot. Like it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of make sense of that as well.
Yeah, I'm still not in it.
Not in it?
Still not. Like,
I'm gonna go watch it. And I'll
I
tell you
just
what
feel
I
like
think
I'm
about
like. I mean, they made a Terminator before that with like Emilia Clarke in it and everything, and I just went, like, you know what I mean?
I do want to watch Last Christmas.
The only
sorry,
you Last Christmas.
No, it's an interesting movie. By the sounds of it. But off the topic. So let's get back on here.
We're not doing romantic holiday
Themed movies. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't mind Terminator Salvation.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I'm trying to think what else. In terms of movie, like recent movies, we had Jack Ryan. All right.
Do you remember the movie The Losers? It was like a DC movie and Chris Evans was in that one as well.
The Losers? No. What was that about?
Oh my God. Okay, I have to show you the trailer after here.
Okay.
But that's a good movie. I go back to that one quite often and go, I just want to like I feel good, but like
superhero movie?
It's not a superhero movie though. Yeah, they're just basically a group of like they used to work for like either the US Army or some portion of the US government and they get blacklisted. And it's them coming back and Zoe Saldana's in it. This is all before like they really kicked off with Marvel and everything. And Chris Evans is in it and he's so funny. He's like his niece is part of this soccer team and he wears this pink shirt all the time and he's just his character in it is amazing and it's just like it's funny but it's like big and like over the top too.
You know what's like an
but
over
good.
the top action movie in that comic book style? Badass. Did you watch it?
Badass or Kick-Ass?
Kick-Ass. Badass is
clearly he knows the movie because he can remember the title.
Kick-Ass was
Red Mist. Sorry.
Just like it was kind of a game changer when it came to like the violence level in the movie.
Yeah, but comedy
at the same time. But really full on at the same time.
R18 over the top.
Like burning to death, and getting seen by your daughter.
That's the only one that I actually enjoy that had freaking Nicolas Cage in it. Apart from National Treasure.
I watched so many Nicolas Cage movies when I was growing up. But I don't think I remember like liking any of them. It's just, the
only ones I liked as a kid was the National Treasure ones because they were like treasure hunting and everything like that.
You and your storyline based movies.
I like PvP based movies.
Yeah, PvP, yeah. That's what an action movie is. It's PvP, you know. You get Indiana Jones, just PvE. Like, you know, there's boulders coming at him. And
well, also it's PvA.
What?
Literally him versus
anything.
Any animal. Yeah. Snakes.
Yeah, environment. PvE, environment.
PvA against animals.
He's a type of glue, is he?
Yeah.
But
PvA glue.
I don't know why you did that.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think if we broke down movies, that's actually interesting. Like the different types of action movies we like is similar to the types of games that we play.
That's another episode. Let's not action movies stuff. Action movies.
I'm just saying, I like PvP movies and you like PvE movies.
Yeah. So I need to show you The Loser.
The Loser, yeah.
Or The Losers, it's called.
I'm trying to think of what else like was comedy action. Just comedy action. It's This Means War.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
With Tom Hardy and Chris Pine and
I can't remember.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. That was probably like one of my favorite comedy ones. And I always quote like, we shall see about that we shall see.
Yes.
And
so
just
good.
like I say that all the time and you know, Stitch and I are like, we will do that just to like annoy each other.
Yeah.
And it's so effective. And I count that as like an action movie.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's like a underlining love story.
Actually,
with
I want to
all
go watch that after this.
Action movie. What else? There's so many
action movies are coming out.
Well,
that you're excited.
Deadpool is like classic.
Could you count it as a classic? It's a culture. Is it
everything
classic?
I wanted from a Deadpool movie. I mean, they did him so wrong in the Wolverine movies.
So wrong. Fucking laser eyes and like a sword that comes out of his hand and he can teleport. Like,
and he had no mouth.
And I'm like, yo, it's the merc with the mouth that is like his biggest thing. And she's like,
I love at the end of, was it number 2? Where he goes back and changes all of the Wolverines.
oh, yeah, yeah.
I thought that was so good. Because
just-
obviously he was Deadpool in those. And
Yeah.
like even he was like, you guys did me so wrong.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, man. I think Ryan Reynolds, it's like, I think there was actually a
Born
comic
to
book.
play that role.
Well, I
like,
think the guy who made Deadpool in one of the comics, it was like, or maybe it was a talk, it was like this character effectively would be Ryan Reynolds crossed with someone else. And it's like, well, yeah, because you look at him in like Van Wilder, right? That's exactly the same character, dude. That except
even in friggin' Best Friends. What's that Friends movie?
Friends with Benefit. No,
No. The one where he likes the girl and that he's competing with that other kid, Dusty, from high school, and it's got Anna Faris as the musician, and he's like the producer of her music.
I don't know that one. Yeah, you can look it up. Let me unlock that for you. But yeah, Van Wilder is effectively Deadpool, but without the ability to use weapons. You know what I mean? Like he's exactly the same way in terms of, like he's one of those actors who doesn't really change the way he acts for each role. It's just his personality put into a role. You know what I mean? Like his way of talking in and outside of like acting is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Or like you see him
Just Friends.
Just Friends. Oh wait, yeah, I think
He's very much like
same.
like, especially when him and his brother are like fighting each other and stuff, and they're slapping each other.
yeah. So it's just that type of comedy. Like, I don't know. Martial arts movies don't really count as action movies. I don't think. I think that they're
their own genre.
Yeah, category, genre, whatever you want to say. I think, I don't know, like in terms of like your top 5 movies, like the action movies, what would you say they are?
Purely for just from my childhood and stuff.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop. That was like a
Okay.
staple.
Yeah.
I really like the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, you can like a series you can group into it.
Indiana Jones is like the thing. The Losers was great. I liked The Losers.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of the Batman movies, but
That's
be
more
number
like
1.
comic book movies though.
But it's got action in it.
It's like I can almost not count Deadpool as an action movie because it's more of a comic book superhero movie.
Fine.
Just to make things more difficult for you, you know.
I actually really liked that Guy Ritchie film with Armie Hammer and
You lost me. You just want to say Pulp Fiction's in top 5? No. How about I start listing off mine and then you can interrupt me.
Oh, The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Okay, there we go. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
That was a good movie.
Wasn't that the one with
Henry Cavill.
Yeah. I feel
And
like
Armie Hammer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was a good
But
movie.
I liked that for Armie Hammer's role.
Nah, it was just because of the goddamn.
No, but also
Yeah.
Alicia Vikander's in that, and she's sick in that. And also you've got an Australian actress, Elizabeth Debicki, and she was awesome as a
Debicki.
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 Yeah.
But she was an awesome villain. So it was like I felt like I was more there for them than I was Henry Cavill. I mean,
No, you were there for the
nice.
chin. Anyways.
I can't not unsee the chin now.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
good at
hate
ruining
you
things.
so much.
I'd say number 1 for me has to be Bad Boys because it's so much tied into my childhood and like time with my brother and stuff, and it like partly formed our
and
identity.
like having your inside like thing.
Yeah, like my brother growing up was my best friend, like because we spent.
Lame.
Hey, yo, we were a year and 2 weeks apart.
Lame.
Hey. But honestly, like we liked all the same kind of movies.
Yeah.
Like we loved like racing movies and car movies.
Like Italian Job. How awesome
Oh
is
my god,
Job?
Italian Job. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that counts as an action movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Italian Job's in the top 5, right?
Which one though? The Mark Wahlberg one or the
Matt Damon. The one with Matt Damon in it.
Matt Damon's not in an Italian Job. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
And Charlize Theron was the newer
Yeah.
version, and then Michael Caine did the original. They're both really good. Though.
Yeah. I think I like the original.
Michael Caine original.
Something just died outside. Either one. We'll just group them together. They're both good.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So Italian Job, yes. Sorry, but number 1 is Bad Boys. This is an odd one because actually no, I can't really count it. Just because they introduced me to Jeremy Renner early on, where it was like SWAT. I don't
Actually, that's such an underrated film though.
It's so like
it's one of those ones where you're like, and then you're like, but
it's like raw.
I always go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's like a raw movie where you're like, man, he got backstabbed real hard, and it's just like, it was played well. So
I feel that, and then
Yeah.
you're like, but it's shit, but I can't stop
Like,
watching. and
every
then 2
time-
weeks later, you're like, I want to watch that
every
again.
time my brother watched it, like afterwards, he would go work out. And it's like one of those movies that got you motivated to work out, and you know, obviously, I didn't watch it enough. So yeah, I should go watch that movie a few more times.
We should go watch that twice today.
Yeah, twice today. Yeah, just to actually get one decent workout in. So Bad Boys for sure. Terminator is in the top. Then I'm gonna put SWAT in there because it's just an odd one. Italian Job, and then for number 5, no, the 5th one's always hard to pick because it's like the one that closes it off. You know. Top. I think Blue Streak I can't count because it's more of a comedy than it's an action. This is a tough one. Would you count? Well, Bond is also too like
Oh, Bond, yes. Yes.
Bond. You reckon?
That's it. Okay, I've got a top 6 Bond.
All right, Bond. Yeah, I would go with Bond because it's just like the class. It's like the standard.
And I just love
for
that you've
spy
got
movies.
different Bonds as well. So you've just got like a different...
It's just such a
I mean, it's the
gamut
same
of-
sort of thing, but like a different feel to each one.
yeah.
Like Sean Connery and like Pierce Brosnan and, you know, they're all completely
They
different.
all just have their own little touch on it.
Yeah. Little sprinkle.
Sprinkle. Yeah, I think that would be the top 5. But I don't know. No, I don't know. Is there any other action movies that you would like? Is there any action movie you'd like to see redone? And like you think it would be better a second time around? Hard to say. Top Gun was redone, wasn't it?
Top Gun has a sequel coming out. It's not
Yeah.
redone. It's like 20 years later.
Yeah, imagine they just brought back Moose. A goose, not Moose. My God.
And that concludes this week's episode.
And I'm out. Yeah. Fucking Moose.
Can't wait for Moose to come back.
Yo, comes back as Moose though.
Yeah. I'm his brother Moose.
Oh my God. Imagine they did that. Yo, who are you? My name's Moose. You look really familiar. Yeah, Goose was my brother. Like legit twin brother. Just bring back the same actor and everything because they couldn't cast anyone for it.
Yeah.
I think Top Gun 2 will be interesting. Oh. Fucking Moose. Damn. I'm not gonna live that one down.
Snorted so bad. Okay,
I'm not gonna live that one down, am I? Oh,
All right, Moose and I are out.
Okay, Moose.
Maverick is out, and Moose is coming soon.
You're coming soon, yeah. I don't think about. I don't know. There's an After Earth I never want to see done again. I love Will Smith as an actor, but that was a shit
hated
movie.
That movie.
I
I actually want to give them. I want the Suicide Squad movie before Warner Brothers interrupted.
I want Suicide Squad as 5 different movies.
Okay. Well, there's a new one coming out soon.
Like Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah, but it's got James Gunn as the director this time. So, it'll be somewhat good. He did Guardians of the Galaxy.
But I think they just,
And Jared Leto's not coming back.
That's good. I don't know. I saw this post. I think you might have tagged me on it as well. It's like, I'm ranking the top 4 Jokers of all time. And Jared Leto goes, yeah, there was 5 Jokers, but fucking who cares about me, right? It's like, well, yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just didn't do it. He did it dirty. He didn't do it dirty. It didn't feel right.
Yeah. I don't see Joker as a gangster. He is a gangster in a sense, but he's more
He's like a pure
solo
form of chaos.
Yeah,
but
he's a
chaos.
solo person.
Yeah.
He works well with the team until he doesn't want the team anymore.
Yeah, and then actually no, he doesn't work well with the team. The team is just like a tool for him until he gets his thing, and then he just gets rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, in the Suicide Squad, it was like he had a group, like a entourage.
Squad.
Yeah, it was
Squad up, bitch.
like it was.
It's like, I'm sorry, this is not Fortnite. All right, calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think like each of the characters in Suicide Squad kind of like deserve their own
Introduction movie.
movie. Yeah. That
I'm really excited for Birds of Prey though.
Yeah, that looks dope. I
love that they address that he's not going to be in there by them breaking up.
So
but I watched something recently, and David Ayer, who directed the first Suicide Squad, it was supposed to be Harley's journey, right, with her new squad, focused around Harley.
Wait, do you mean Birds of Prey or as in?
No, the first Suicide Squad was to focus on Harley and her trying to get away from the Joker. But it
didn't come across that way.
Didn't come across that way. But 2, I think Warner Brothers got too involved with it and was like, well, you need to change this.
Railroaded
we need this.
it a bit, yeah.
So, and he's even come out and said like there was supposed to be more
to it
of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Warner Brothers got too involved.
I think that's
and that's the issue. It ended up being a mediocre movie. Like it's watchable, but it's not something that I go, fuck yeah, let's watch that Suicide Squad again. Like
I think I've only watched it twice.
Yeah, I think I've only watched it twice, and like when I'm sick, I just put it on.
I like the soundtrack to it.
Oh yeah.
Soundtrack's nice, but
yeah,
it's just unfortunate. I just don't think it was given a chance. But it's also the habit of Warner Brothers and like DC or whatever to make movies that are too rushed, as in like
yes, but I also think it's because they're scared
of Marvel.
Well, Marvel
or just becoming irrelevant.
No, I just think Warner Brothers just needs a bit more planning. Instead of having 5 people doing the same job, they need a Kevin Feige.
Just one leader.
Just one leader of creative,
the storyline and everything.
Journey, And he mapped that out over 10 years.
Yeah, and he did it well. And it's just like...
And he introduced people slowly and like...
imagine trying to find another person like that though, who can do it to that detail, do it that like well planned out. Like... He's kind of like a 1 in a million, like...
I know, but you need to... There is plenty of DC people
super
out there
fans,
that can give you that kind of range and have that kind of passion. But
they also need to have the understanding of like how a cinematic universe needs to work.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother thing.
And learning how to cut out things that are sort of not important.
Like superfluous stuff, yeah.
Like Batman vs. Superman.
Didn't need to happen really, to be honest.
The flashback sequence that you see in that, if you don't know the comics, you have no fucking idea what that's about. And it's irrelevant to people who are coming just to see the movie and don't know the backstory of a lot of that.
I see. Here's the thing though, like, I think it's nice when...
but it wasn't explained very well, is what I mean.
Yeah, but I think it's nice for people who, for directors and stuff to put in little things that only people who really know about, the history of character or whatever to understand that, because it's like the time I put into understanding this character kind of got appreciated. So it's like, oh yeah, I see that, and you only see that if you're a true fan type of thing.
Yeah, but the one in Batman vs Superman put in a flashpoint.
Yeah, it's true
reference. That is only a relatively new comic, like in the last 5 years maybe. And if people aren't comic book people, they're not going to pick up on what that Flashpoint reference is.
But you know what they're trying to do is like the whole like Hulk thing where they tied in Iron Man at the very end of the first Hulk with Edward Norton in it. And it's like, hey, we planned it way back then that this was going to happen. And it's like, well, we put a Flashpoint reference into a thing like 3 years ago. It's the same thing, right? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to come across the same.
No. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, we've probably deterred from our conversation anyway.
Deterred? Digressed? Thesaurus?
We deterred from, is it
And
deterred?
Digressed.
I'm going to look it up. We always have these conversations.
Deter is like...
I'm going to cut all of this out. I'm
Yeah.
going to cut all of this out. This argument of deterred, digress.
Yeah, it's not important. Anyways, this is a fun little episode, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'm Zuff. This is Gamified Podcast. Thanks for listening.
I'm also Zuff. Sorry, I'm Harley.
You're politically correct, Zuff.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I just realised what you meant. Okay, let's actually properly close it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
We'll be back for another episode next week.
Yes, I'm Zuff.
I'm Harley. This is Gamified, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for listening. Peace.
Peace.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, hit the like button. If you loved it, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also find us on Spotify and iTunes. Our socials are linked in the description below. Hit us up in the comments to tell us what you'd like to hear about. I'm Zuff from Gamified, and remember, game on, peace.